Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most unforgettable toys from the aughts.
This is where my Beyblade battle begins.
Number 20, iDog. Being a cool kid in the 2000s meant you had to have an MP3 player or an iPod to jam out to your favorite tunes. So when the iDog came out, allowing users to connect their music devices to the dog-shaped toy while it grooved to the beat, it was an instant hit.
An iDog plays your tunes. He lights up to your touch and changes colors along with your music.
The iDog combined the digital pet craze with the functionality of a speaker. It was not only eye-catching and useful, but also engaging for kids, thanks to the various emotions the robot pup could express.
There are 7 LEDs on the iDog's face, which it uses to express emotion. If it's green, it's absolutely vibing. If it's orange, it's mildly content, and if it's red, it's friggin' angry. Booping its nose and petting it on the head makes the iDog happier, but it doesn't like when you touch its tail or ignore it for a long time.
Over the years, several versions of the iDog came out, differing in color, look, and features. It also inspired alternate models like the iCat and iTurtle. They were so adorable, you just couldn't help but get attached. Number 19, My Password Journal. This product was a saving grace back when hiding your diary from snoopers felt like an impossible mission.
It only opens to my voice. Dancer, welcome back. And here's the coolest part. Light. A super secret light. It's cool times 2.
My Password Journal could only be accessed by using a spoken code and came with a pen filled with invisible ink for an extra level of protection.
You can use the light at the top as either a reading light or as a black light to show off whatever super secret invisible message you wrote. Can you imagine keeping an actual journal with invisible ink, like full entries? I mean, this is a toy, so the invisible ink gives it extra like play value.
After all, you could never be secretive enough, not when you're writing about your 5th grade crush or ranting about your sibling. If you lost your password though, your treasure trove of memories would be doomed to oblivion. That's the fate most MPJs faced, for better or for worse.
Pineapple pizza. Pineapple pizza. D9. And it gives me ideas.
Write about something exciting.
It even has a secret pen and a hidden drawer. My password journal, because my secrets are mine.
Number 18, Groovy Girls. If you couldn't relate to Barbies or Bratz dolls, these were probably your favorite toy.
Picked out my clothes and I put on my shoes. Hanging out with my friends as soon as I get the chance.
The Groovy Girls dolls aimed for diversity and were perfect for fashion-loving kids. Some came with pets and even furniture, giving the dolls some personality.
An assortment of soft toys that encourage self-identity and friendship. Each individual item is crafted with vibrant colors and embroidered features. Bring joy to everyday play with Groovy Girls dolls and accessories.
Special lines such as Dreamtastic, Candy Kingdom, Flutterflies, and Troop Groovy Girls were hugely popular too. Several books featuring some of the main Groovy Girls characters were released as well and received a warm response. Unfortunately, they haven't been produced since 2019, but that only makes them more valuable now.
We have so many new Groovies as well. We have 4 different main dolls and we've got a couple of special edition dolls as well with removable wings on them. I love that.
Number 17, Seen It. If you were a kid hosting a party in the 2000s and you pulled up to the living room with one of these, you knew the event was going to be lit.
The disc even has Optrive technology. Basically, this means that the disc will reshuffle the questions every time you start it up so that you can have a unique Seen It experience every time.
Seen It was a trivia game that involved answering entertainment and pop culture related questions. You could even watch movie clips while you were playing. In a pre-TikTok era, this feature earned the game major novelty points.
These vary from basic things like asking the color of a character's shirt to stupid ones like asking the name of an actor who's not even in the clip.
Moreover, you could get Seen It games specifically based on certain movies or franchises, like Harry Potter or Disney. This was perfect for superfans. Although once all the questions were answered, there wasn't much appeal left. Still, Seen It used to be all the rage.
Buckle your seatbelts because we're about to take off to a hilarious new world with laugh out loud movie clips, hysterical puzzles, and entertaining mini games. Scenic Comedy Movies has everything to make your next game night a side-splitting success.
Number 16, My Scene. These toys were a Barbie spin-off created as a direct response to Bratz Dolls.
It's my scene, my bling, bling, bling.
The new My Scene, My Bling Bling girls are here. Nice bling. Here, wear my ring. Ooh, sparkly.
That's why they have exaggerated features, glamorous outfits, and heavy makeup on. Male versions of the doll were available too, much like the Bratz boys. The undeniable similarity between the two toy lines led to a heated legal battle.
Here's a little does the fit on a classic Barbie. I had no problems with the top or the skirt. And the coat is an easy fit as well.
At one point, MGA Entertainment had to temporarily stop making Bratz because the creator of the toy, Carter Bryant, was an ex-Mattel employee. Ultimately, Mattel halted the production of My Scenes, but brought back collector versions of the dolls in 2024. Business trouble aside, these toys were popular enough for Mattel to create whole movies, web series, and games about them. Safe to say, they brought the company plenty of profits.
While I like some of the details we're getting with the clothes, like belt loops, different fabrics, trim, and pockets, at $40 each, I would have liked more articulation.
Number 15, Cube World. This had to be one of the most creative toys from the 2000s. The concept of animated stick figures in cubes that can interact with their kind when connected to other cubes was not only novel, but also brilliant.
Welcome to Cube World, where stick people stick together.
You couldn't help but get addicted to collecting more and more cubes to give your figure some friends. Once you had a good number of cubes connected to each other, the characters' interactions would get more and more interesting.
Each cube comes with a stick figure who has their own thing. Dodger has a ball and Whip has some sort of string. A lot of Cube World is just observing what the stick figures do. Each character apparently has over 100 stick animations.
You could influence their actions too by simply tilting the cube, making them tumble and fall. In addition, each cube came with mini games to keep kids entertained for hours. They just don't make toys like these anymore.
Cool new cubular characters for you to collect.
If you two can't get along, I'm gonna have to separate you. There.
Cube World, it's no place for squares.
Number 14, Pixel Chicks. This handheld video game revolved around controlling the character of a pixelated girl.
You can hang with Pixel Chicks and have a pixel day. Anything can happen, no telling what she'll say.
Go out in this?
Her manners aren't perfect, her clothes are really hot.
Fabulous.
Play through every level and look at all she's got.
Much like The Sims, you'd be responsible for your character's daily life and leveling up her skills. The devices came in the shape of pretty little doll houses, and like Cube World, they could be connected with other houses to make the characters visit each other.
On both the left and right side of the house, there are connectivity inserts to interconnect multiple Pixel Chicks toys. Once connected, Pixel Chicks could go over to each other's houses and hang out and junk. What are they talking about?
The best part, however, was our gal pal's arsenal of sassy quips she'd throw at us at every turn. The physical game went out of production in 2009, but Pixel Chicks still lives rent-free in our heads.
I'll dress her up in some cute outfit and she'll be like,
Look at me, look at me.
but the second I ask her to leave the house,
No way.
what do you want from me? Overall, there are 5 different levels you can reach, but if you ignore your Pixel Chick for too long, she'll get angry and walk out on you.
Number 13, Tamagotchi. When it comes to digital pets, few can rival the popularity of these Japanese toys.
It's my life. My best friend, my lover, say the girls. The object of their affections is the Tamagotchi, a virtual pet.
The goal was simple: keep your virtual pet alive by interacting with it and caring for it, which taught children responsibility. Who would have thought it would captivate people of all ages? The Tamagotchi fad started in the late 90s, and we don't think it ever stopped.
First, a chick hatches from an egg. Then you can feed it either rice or cookies. When you clear up its droppings, it squeaks with delight. But if you don't press the right buttons, it dies of neglect.
Sure, they peaked in the 2000s, but they never truly went out of style as millions continued to be sold. The toy was even inducted into the World Video Game Hall of Fame. With the recent Y2K aesthetic trend, they re-emerged as must-have accessories. We'd go as far to say that Tamagotchis walked so Labubus could run. Don't you agree?
You said that I could trust you. First the Tamagotchis, now this?
Number 12, Polly Pocket. Adorable little wholesome dolls in a colorful assortment of playsets. What's not to love?
3 wacky, wonderful floors. Decorate, redecorate. It all sticks. Turn upside down, side up. Elevator 1, elevator 2. That becomes a pool. Cool.
Polly Pocket dolls dominated the 2000s toy scene. They were slightly bigger than their original 90s counterparts and more customizable too. Like other fashion dolls, they came in a variety of outfits. Instead of being made of cloth, a special rubbery poly stretch fabric was used to make switching clothes easier.
These dresses right here, these 2 dresses right here, obsessed with this one. These 2 dresses right here, both of these are so cute. Guys, there's a mermaid tail!
Polly Pocket themed content was quite popular too, such as the movie Polly World and the TV show Polly Pocket. Although these playsets were discontinued in 2012, their value grew, and the dolls were relaunched in 2018.
The ringmaster didn't come up to me and ask me to perform. Maybe you're right. It's supposed to be fun.
Number 11, Littlest Pet Shop. The popularity of these toys grew hand in hand with the success of the media franchise it spawned. The first generation of Littlest Pet Shop figures was created by Kenner in the 90s. During this time, we got iconic lines like Splash Time Pets and Sparkling Pets. Then Hasbro took over and made Generation 2 even more lucrative.
Wow, there's a lot of pets.
This is the Traveler's Adventure Set. And look, it comes with cards and codes. You can discover new ways to play with your pets on the Littlest Pet Shop experience on Roblox.
Generations 3 to 6 switched up the style, and despite being met with initial backlash, proved to be successful nonetheless. Finally, in 2024, Basic Funds brought back some of the signature designs from the early generations. Through all these changes, people's love for Littlest Pet Shop toys has remained unwavering, and it's not going to change anytime soon.
Yep. All in all, my life is pretty great. I wouldn't change a thing.
Number 10, Webkinz. If Beanie Babies were the hottest stuffed animal trend of the 90s, then Webkinz were their natural successor.
What's the coolest thing about Webkinz? So many pets to choose from. Contest! Decorating my pet's room. The secret code that unlocks Webkinz World.
A cuddly creature for the technological age, Webkinz weren't just simple stuffed animals like your parents played with. Each one came with a secret code that gave kids the ability to actually play with their pet online as well as in real life.
Meeting friends at the clubhouse. New stuff. The time. The coolest thing is everything.
Webkinz were kind of the best of both worlds, like having your Tamagotchi or Neopet come to life. Not to mention, they were ridiculously adorable.
Coolest thing is everything Webkinz.
Number 9, Diva Stars. This series of dolls may have been short-lived, but that doesn't mean we'll forget them anytime soon. Dolls never go out of style, but marketers are always looking for new ways to convince kids that theirs is the coolest. Diva Stars featured the large heads and smaller bodies that eventually became the norm for the decade, but also had the ability to talk.
Put on my outfit.
When McDonald's introduced the Mighty Kids meal in 2001, Diva Stars was actually one of the first lines of toys that accompanied the meal.
You're gonna get a really cool toy.
Number 8, Silly Bandz. This was one of those trends that somehow transcended age and gender in order to reach peak popularity.
Kids collect them, they wear them, they trade them, they use them as a fashion accessory. More so now, it's becoming kind of a currency for parents and coaches around the country and the world.
The original concept was created in Japan in 2002, but Silly Bandz didn't actually make their way to the US until many years later.
And now it's really breaking into the fashion industry too for 20s, 30s, and 40s women. A lot of that we owe to Sarah Jessica Parker of talking about the product.
It was only in 2009 that this trend really took off, proving that sometimes it's the simplest things that can really make people crazy. These stretchy and colorful elastic bands came in a variety of shapes, spurring on a deep-seated desire to collect as many as you could. You know a toy has really taken off when schools start to ban them, and that's exactly what happened with Silly Bandz.
It's such an innocuous, innocent product that it really becomes more the teachers and the parents of educating them.
Number 7, Aqua Pet. Many companies tried to profit off of the digital pet trend started in the 90s, because there were always going to be parents out there who were not going to give in to their kids' wishes for a puppy.
Aqua Pets, so adorable.
One iteration of this that stood out from the rest was the Aqua Pet. These cute creatures were suspended in water and used technology to recognize voices and alter their behavior based on the sounds around them. The Aqua Pets could sing and dance, and would escalate their enthusiasm when you played with them more.
Say hello to your new best friend. Dance! Your Aqua Pet actually hears you and responds, and they respond to each other too.
Number 6. Robo Sapien. Many of the toys that achieved great popularity in the early 2000s were based on new technology, and this one was no exception.
Having your own personal robot is not science fiction.
Robo Sapien was a humanoid robot that featured a surprising amount of abilities, some of which were pre-programmed, and some of which the user could control.
Robo Sapien is here now. Robo Sapien is the first humanoid robot with 67 functions and 4 programming modes, ready to carry out your every command.
In fact, there are a total of 67 commands that it can be given, and unlike many of the entries on this list, Robo Sapien has actually experienced some longevity, with the company continuing to produce updated versions of the toy even today.
Robo Sapien is the future, and the future is now.
Number 5. Poochie. There have been a whole lot of robotic pets produced since the technology became available, but the most memorable for kids of the early 2000s was undoubtedly Poochie.
Hey! I'm Morse the Mutt!
You what? New Poochie reacts to pets, sounds, and light.
The toy was initially released in 2000 and, despite its spike in popularity, was discontinued only 2 years later. There were a number of spin-offs though, ranging from robotic cats to dinosaurs. These electronic puppies were programmed to sing a number of songs, and their eyes lit up to a sometimes alarming effect. They may not exactly have been realistic, but when you couldn't get a real dog, it was the next best thing.
Just begging for his bone! And listen to them sing to each other!
Number 4. Betty Spaghetti.
Have you heard about Betty? Betty Spaghetti!
This is one example of a toy that was actually released before the year 2000, but still saw the majority of its popularity later. Betty Spaghetti was initially launched in 1998 as a doll with removable parts and interchangeable outfits. Her rubbery hair let you try out different hairstyles without making a permanent commitment.
Have you heard about Allie? Betty Spaghetti's little sister?
She had 2 girlfriends and a sister, so you could collect the whole gang. In 2016, it was announced that Betty Spaghetti would be making a comeback for a whole new generation of doll lovers.
Have you seen her style? Right to style! Have you met her friend? Way cool friend! Have you heard about Betty? Betty Spaghetti!
Number 3. Bionicle. Lego is great and all, but if you wanted something more involved, Bionicle was the perfect solution.
6 legendary heroes have arrived. These mighty tour must discover the masks of power, defeat evil, and free the island.
With a target audience a few years older than the typical Lego user, this line of construction toys helped to revive the brand's image at a time when it was in a slump. Unlike many other offerings from the Lego group, Bionicle actually had a complex and deep backstory to enhance the playing experience.
Together, they must face off against evil forces in a must-win battle for victory.
Situated in a sci-fi world, these cyborg toys had their own lore that contributed to the longevity of their popularity.
6 heroes, 1 destiny. Live the legend.
Number 2. Beyblade. Let it rip. This nostalgic toy doesn't seem like it's going away anytime soon. Though it was initially released in 2000, the Beyblade franchise has morphed and expanded over the years into a multimedia franchise. The tops were originally cross-promoted with a Japanese manga, and you probably wouldn't have thought they could possibly take off in the toy world. But while these modern spinning tops started off as a simple game, they eventually developed into a series of TV shows, while the game itself expanded to become far more complex.
I always knew Beyblade battles were intense. Now with XTS, they're extreme.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You'll have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Bratz. Every generation needs a doll to be emblematic of the decade, and for kids coming of age in the early 2000s, that was Bratz.
Have a passion for camping. Love the fashions for camping. Love the fashion for camping. Have a passion for camping. You can join the Bratz campfire.
Their heads are big and their bodies are small, causing potentially even more body image confusion than Barbie. But despite the many controversies surrounding the dolls and their production, they were a resounding success. The franchise has gone through its peaks and lulls in the years since it was first introduced, but even today, Bratz dolls are still on the market. Love them or hate them, you can't deny their icon status.
Move over, queen. We're on the throne. Kicking back just like home.
Which of these toys do you think are truly timeless? Tell us in the comments.
It's my scene. Looking good with your friends. Roller disco is the trend. You control all